friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. I am Jenny, and today we're going to do a little vlogging on all of the preparations that's going to go up here at the production greenhouse for the new greenhouse. So behind me you see Megan back there. There she is. And you will notice, of course, we have been at this place before. That is the production greenhouse that's directly behind us. And then right over here in my corner, that is Jackson and Jerry. They have got a bunch of just different stuff to do today to get ready for us to build the greenhouse that is in a million little pieces right behind me. I've joked before that it's like basically a adult size Lego set putting a greenhouse together. So that is what we're going to be doing today. It's just little odds and ends preparation that we have to do today. So let's go up here and see what these boys are doing. So Jerry just gave me the hand motion and signal that what they're doing is creating a road that will go from the back of this greenhouse, and then there is the shrub lot right here. There's a little shrub lot out of that greenhouse and then around. So they're working on moving some dirt, getting things all prepared. Boys and their equipment. They are having fun for sure. Gives you a little bit better of a perspective. So out of that greenhouse, and then it'll come around and then come below the pad of this greenhouse, kind of where Megan is, and then all the way out along the side of this greenhouse and back to where the Kubota is. Just to give you a little perspective of where we are, this is the pad for that new greenhouse. It will be a 30 by 72 foot. Essentially, it's gonna look just like this greenhouse, but it will be a little different in that the sides will be automated temperature thermostat controlled, so they'll raise and lower based on whatever thermostat we set it at. The doors on the front will not be roll-up doors like this one, but rather, for a lack of a better word, like sliding barn doors. So you can see with this guy, it rolls up and down manually. This greenhouse is unheated right now, but we are going to add a heater to it so that it can be a heated greenhouse. And in fact, what's in this box right here is the heater for the new greenhouse. We've got a lot of cleaning up to do in here. You can see there's all sorts of plants that are going dormant and need some love and just some TLC. But yeah, that will be the white PVC pipe right here is for the French drain. So it's the same pipe that we used into the patio area in that bed. It has the holes in the top for the water to go through and then drain out. This is a great learning opportunity for Jackson. We are very much of the belief that our children are a part of this family, this business, and it's our job to raise responsible, thinking adults. So as always, things are changing and going differently here at the nursery. You start to do one project and something else happens. So we knew we were going to get this delivery today. These are all of the Proven Winners white pots that we will be growing our annuals in. And so they have come delivered here for us. See, the sweet delivery guy, truck driver, has his pallet jack, so that makes our life so much easier. In each one of those boxes that Jerry has right now are the white 4-inch pots, and then in the back of the truck will be probably the white trays that the pots are in. So yes, it is December, but we're already going ahead and getting ready for next year, next growing season, because we'll be starting to put plants in before you know it. Jerry and Andrew have been quite busy today. You can see behind me that they got all of the plants out of the greenhouse. They got the landscape fabric pulled up away, just really out of the greenhouse. We had some uneven ground in there when we installed this greenhouse last January, February. It was extremely, extremely wet, and we just had the hardest time making sure that the floor of this greenhouse was level. And that really showed up this summer when us growing water standing in certain areas, especially that back corner by the door back there. It was a hot mess. So Jerry wanted to pull up that landscape fabric, which they did today, and to get some new gravel down, really fill in those holes. And I think he's going to leave it as a gravel floor. I'm not sure. I don't think he's going to put landscape fabric back down, but you know, maybe he is. We'll find out. But anyway, so that part is done, and now they are back here. It's really hard to see. Working on putting a French drain in between the two greenhouses. That is that white pipe that I showed you earlier. So the greenhouses, there's not going to be a whole lot of space between. He's a little loud. There's not going to be a huge amount of space between the greenhouse, so right behind me in this corner, right there, is a little bit of a French drain. So that will make sure that water that comes off of this greenhouse is channeled away and does not go into the next greenhouse, because as you know, we're always dealing with water. So they have that pipe down, sunk down with the fabric. And my little bobcat man is going back and forth with buckets of gravel that they are filling that channel in, because we have enough water. We don't need extra water issues. So we'll see what else they've been up to. Right now, Jerry is just using the bobcat to dump that gravel in the little channel where the pipe is that's covered with the landscape fabric. And Andrew is holding back the fabric so that it doesn't collapse in with the gravel. Andrew is a fantastic young man that we go to church with, and he has just been amazing. He has just been a great addition to Creekside this late summer into the fall. If those of you who have been here and know Mary Claire from Checkout, this is Mary Claire's brother, and he is great. We need 10 more Andrews in our life, and things would be wonderful around here. A lot of work would get done, and there's not very many young men that's responsible and just self-sufficient and eager. You tell him to do something and he's just amazing, and then you don't have to tell him to do something and he does it anyway. So just a great role model for us mamas raising other boys. So I got the boss man over here to kind of go through and explain what it is that you're going to be doing next and your thought process on what you did today.
Yeah. So I had a lot of dirt to move today. I guess you saw they're moving a lot of dirt for access road behind both these greenhouses. So when we were potting up, and there was a lot of dirt to be moved behind here because the grade was too high. So we did put in a French drain because both greenhouses get a lot of water shedding off in between your houses. So you need somewhere for all that water to go. We don't want the water to come inside the greenhouse. So we're shifting everything, away. It's actually going to flow out the front, that kind of thing. Next is just kind of filling on fine tuning the pad, and then we'll start putting it up.
You can start building.
Yeah.
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 So at the beginning, I showed you what Jackson and Jerry were moving all that dirt for that road that he was talking about. So I'll flip the camera around and show you what they did, and it looks really nice, although they did discover a low soft spot. Evidently Jackson got stuck in the Kubota with it. So
yeah. Well, there used to be a pond over here as well as a hole, and so it's been, and we're away from that, but part of the road is kind of going close to it. So
it's a little squishy.
It's a little squishy right there.
A little squishy.
And that's been a year, but we need to put a lot of rock in there to.
And you'll put gravel over the top of it.
Yeah.
Like this. Anything you see that's red mud, we don't deal with red mud. It's all gravel. So anything that's red will either have grass on it or the road will have gravel.
Yeah.
Grass and gravel.
And gravel.
So this is coming out of the existing greenhouse, that road, and then it will swoosh around over here. This would be the back of the new greenhouse, and then it comes down the little slope right here, has a little bit of a curve. I'm gonna walk it over so you can see, and then runs along the length of the woods, and then it'll shoot on down out, and you can see where our cars are and where the greenhouse is set up. So it'll just keep going straight, and obviously where Jackson got stuck was right there at the end of that red dirt. So it's a little bit of a swell, a little sticky spot, so we'll put lots of rock there and get that filled in and get it shored in. But anyway, it has been quite a busy, productive day here at Creekside trying to hold this thing straight, because otherwise you're gonna be like, woo. Filming while you're working is lots of fun, but we make it work. So anyway, they had a great day at the nursery working on, the girls got lots of caladiums sold and land and sea and all that good stuff, and Jerry and Andrew got a lot of good work up here done, and I was working on some projects, filming more stuff for you sweet folks. So anyway, I think that's about it for today.
Yeah. We're gonna get it back at it tomorrow. We're gonna trench a few more lines for water, plumbing, electrical, propane. Get it all over here. Try to get all the dirt covered. Then we'll be ready to go.
Then we'll be ready to build. Okay, guys. Yep. Thanks so much. As always, thanks for gardening Creekside. We'll see you next time. Bye, friends.
Bye.